that we've had an important victory. I think because Los Angeles stood strong, because we understood.
All right, we're listening to Mayor Bash. She's holding a news conference right now about the National Guard troops, 2,000 leaving L.A. Let's listen in.
National Guard, and inappropriately sent the National Guard here when they were not needed. The administration has finally understood that they need to withdraw the troops. Let me say that this is what happens when the city stands strong, because we have been united. When people peacefully protest, when people raise the concerns about having National Guard in a situation where they were, as far as I'm concerned, used as props. You know that their primary mission here was to guard two buildings that frankly didn't need to be guarded. And I frankly think of the young women and men who serve in the National Guard, who go about their lives normal at school with their families and at work, and they are called to duty and deployed, and in this case deployed unnecessarily, which means they had to leave their families, they had to leave their education, they had to leave their work. They were here, in some cases, sleeping on floors. It's not clear what conditions they were in, and now they have been withdrawn. 2,000 troops are being withdrawn. We don't exactly know where they're going. I certainly hope that these young people will not be used as props in some other city. I have said from the beginning that what is happening in Los Angeles is we are being used as a test case, and I am hoping that this experiment with the lives of people ends here. This has been a blow to the economy of the nation's second largest city. We are an immigrant city, a city where there's sectors of our economy that are dependent on immigrant labor. We have rebuilding that needs to be done, whether we are talking about the wildfires or whether we are talking about preparations for the major events coming up. And the idea that troops would be used, the economy would be hit. Who do you think does the building in this city? We know that the construction industry has significant percentage of immigrant labor. Some people have said 40%. I believe that's a gross underestimation. You can't impact the nation's second largest city, the largest city in the state of California, and the state of California has the fourth largest economy in the world. When you do that through stunts like have taken place here over the last month, you hurt the economy of our city, our state, and indirectly our nation. So with that, I want to just reiterate, this is a victory, and this is a victory that is the result of our city standing strong and standing united and saying this was not necessary. I hope that the administration heard that, and that's why they made this decision. With that, I'll open it up for questions. Mr. Pete?
They had a drawdown, 2,000 down, you still have 2,700 here, 2,000 guards, 700 Marines. Do you think that should be a further drawdown, or do you think that's going to stay here as a presence in the event there are problems where ICE may wind up getting overwhelmed?
Well, you know what, I am hoping that this is the beginning of a complete withdrawal of all National Guard troops and of all Marines. Our soldiers are trained to fight to kill foreign enemies in foreign lands. There was never a need for them here before, and there isn't a need for them now. And frankly, Pete, if they didn't go about the raids in the manner in which they did, originally this was targeted arrests for the worst of the worst. We never saw that materialize. What we saw was masked men, unmarked cars, drawing guns, snatching people off the street. If they got overwhelmed, that has an awful lot to do with it. If they stop that, then they don't have to worry about that, but they all need to go back home.
All right, we're listening to the mayor there addressing the fact that 2,000 California National Guard members are being withdrawn from duty here in L.A. Of course, you remember they were called in to protect federal property and federal agents in the immigration raids. The mayor called it a victory and said the raids have really been a blow to the economy here in L.A. County.
That's right. She says she doesn't know exactly where they're going to go, but she certainly hopes that they don't go to another city. But yeah, again, saying that this is a victory as a result of our city standing strong.